All right, welcome back to another weekly watch list Sunday session. Hope you guys having a fantastic weekend so far. I'm glad to be back after a short trip I had last week. I wasn't able to post any videos for you guys, so hopefully this week and coming weeks will be as usual and normal. I don't have any random travel again, because the beauty of trading is when you are reaching to certain points. My goal was always wanted to be a full-time trader, so I can be able to travel. I can be able to travel and trade anywhere I want. But my setup for traveling and recording session, it's kind of not ideal. I'm trying to work on that, make it better, maybe carry my microphone and other stuff. But usually it's better because I have one screen, two screen at a time, one extended screen on my laptop. But when I'm at my station in Pacific time, I always have my desk and I always have my other screens and all that. So I don't really it's more convenient. It's more comfortable to do recording session, all that. I'm more comfortable to write it out and send you guys out all the watch this rather than recording a session when I'm on vacation or traveling anywhere. So anyway, last week we had the slowest month as expected because we're going to the summer, and summertime relatively known as being so slow. And one of the things that I've learned is when there are, for the past months, quarters, we have this liquidity issue, right? One of the things that I learned is just there's a lots of hypes in this AI thing, and it's not really looks like a bubble. It's more of a innovative things that people are trying to make out of it. It possibly a bubble, like a .com bubble, pretty much, in my analysis, but we never know. I mean, it's completely new, and people love that more than crypto. I mean, we had crypto era for for so many times, and it all failed. People don't believe that crypto that much as they used to, but they love more AI, artificial intelligence, more than that trend, the crypto trend, or like let's say cannabis trend. We had that like weed trend and all that. It's just not comparable. AI has the most, and in the shortest time frame, it got so much attention. It creates this bubble bigger than expected, and it's not busted yet. So that's one thing I kind of noticed that in terms of trending and overall market. We're just going to enjoying this new debt ceiling, that the agreement the last week I talked about, last 2 weeks actually. We finally agreed to make a 2 years extension, so that could really helps the overall economy and market. Not really helpful, obviously. U.S. default is always the top of the headlines every time, but it's just continuous. The U.S. has has so much debt and credit throughout the years, and no wonder that there's so much problem in that. But at the end of the day, we have the best economy, so we survive. So we'll see how this one turns out. Well, there's a big, beside all that, there's a big recession, with no doubt, and it's going to be painful. It's going to be very painful for a lot of people. A lot of folks, they cannot really bring that income up. We have income issue, we have cost issue, and this is very ugly, and it's completely a new cycle. You cannot ever compare this to '08 or Black Monday or .com bubble or any time frame in the past. This is completely a new cycle. But we'll see how it will react. Suggest to you guys, if you guys live in the United States, it's always good to also have or save up in kind of like have that kind of secondary citizenship, or going to a different country as well, and being able to kind of hedge your lifestyle. And it's because it can take that time frame that we don't like it, so it can be very ugly for next 4 years, 5 years. So you don't want to be just missed out on so many opportunities. But at the end of the day, everyone's come back to the best country, which is United States. So yeah, beside talking about the politics and a little bit of with all these stuff, let's get to the real game that we're always playing, and that is a small cap. And we always bless that whatever happens to the overall market, when you are trading technical, when you're a technical trader, when you're just not really focusing on the noises that are all around this market, you pay attention to your thing, you will be the only one that can get above other people. You can always be advantage and be ahead of so many people that stay behind, listen to the news too much. They don't take action. They don't do much. If you focus on this or one thing at a time, you'll always be ahead of time. If you follow the crowd, if you listen to what other people say, oh my God, there's a debt ceiling, there's that, there's this, there's interest rate, there's inflation, there's this one, there's that one. It's good to know that. You have to know that. That creates it gives you ability to understand the market cycle. It gives you experience. But the problem is you won't be able to achieve anything if you keep doing that. If you keep, putting yourself in those people that are like, I want to make a decision based upon this, based upon that, follow that. Just keep distracting yourself. Just focus on one thing at a time, and then you'll eventually get the result that you expected. So let's get started to our watch list. Watch list is going to be pretty short, and this week is going to be different because I have a new announcement for our members. I know this is YouTube videos, free out there. Everyone can benefit from it and love it. And I really appreciate it if you do that thumbs up, subscribe, and all that. I'm not much of a social media guy, but I try my best to put all the information that I know, that I educate myself or learn throughout the years, share it with you. But honestly, I see a lot of people taking advantage of just the stuff that really meant to be for people are serious. The reason that I have membership is just that means that you show up, you care about your future, you care about yourself, and you're serious about it. So for me as an educator, I want you to be successful. So I put everything that I know in the comprehensive, or in the plan, or in the way that you can get the best out of it, and then you can use it. Hopefully, most definitely, you're gonna be very successful. Doesn't necessarily means that everything that I say it probably applies to you. It's just I love the way that I can share things with other people too. They can be good at trading too, because at the end of the day, there's no benefits for me if you become a professional trader or not. It's just that feeling that that someone you teach him or her that get to that level, get to the same shoes that you already have. It's just that feeling, and it's so great. I have no problem with that. I self-taught. I have mentor. I self-taught most. I have mentor though. That's why I offer mentorship, because mentorship is very important. You need to have a mentor in anything, not just trading. In anything that you want to level up, you need to learn from the best. You need to learn from experts. I'm not saying I'm best, but I'm happy that I say that I experienced many cycles, that I became consistently profitable trader. So I can tell and I can say, this is my job. This is what I'm doing full time as a trader. So for many of you that you might think that, oh, this is not my place, or if you guys want to be in this place, you gotta put in the work. You gotta get on the call with me, talk, figure out what's going on, figure out what the strategy that you can use. I'll try to teach you whatever I can. So that's my goal with this, with our membership, with Symbol Alert. I wanted to just do that as much as possible for all of you. So that's that, and let's get into our watch list. And I'm gonna tell you guys what exactly I have in. It's as a new feature I have. It's I will talk depth about last week's stocks, and kind of give my ideas and what are the key metrics that you should look at, or the support and resistance that very important to note it, and what areas that I'm looking at. I'll give you all that in depth only for the members. So you receive this one, you get the front pocket watch list, which is, I have it here, is AHI, and that's pretty much it for the front pocket. And then you get all the back pocket, as we always talk in our previous video. But in our back pocket, I go depth for our members only. So if you want to join, sign up, go to the link below, sign up, join my join a monthly. You get all these as all the other members that get it. And if you get annual, you also get a course that available to you. If you also become a monthly member, you can get course discount. And for an annual member, you get that for free. And you can also get the get 2 weeks, two phone call with me, 2 hours phone call for free with me. So that's another benefit of becoming an annual member. Because annual members are more serious. They want to be, there are people coming in, join. They just want to follow. They just want to follow what you say, what the alerts are, a scanner does, or all that. It's just, you're not going to go anywhere with that. You have to sit down and think to yourself that, oh, I need to learn strategies. I need to have my own edge. I don't know how many times I said that. If you go out and ask any professional traders, they will tell you the same thing. They probably sell you the product to join the whatever, because that's how they want you to know that you're serious or not, if you're serious or not. So yeah, that's how it works. You have to be able to pay for the time that person put it for you. It's like a consultation. You go to a doctor, it's a therapist. You have to pay for that time, right? It's literally the same thing. So this is the same thing. It's just educational more. That's it. There's no guessing game. There's no secret, secret rules or secret strategy that no one ever will use. No, it's all bullshit. Don't really rely on those. Be real. I've been real, and that's how I keep it up. So yeah, if you're serious enough, you can reach out to me and ask me any question. So yeah, that's how it's going to work. And then I'll send out all the depth details about that specific stock in that. But I only use one depth front pocket on our YouTube session. So that's kind of because that would be very fair, for all the members. I do care about them because I want them to be the best, because they're serious and they can use this as a as a benefit for themselves. So yeah, that's that. So let's get started to our watch list. But before I start it, as a disclaimer, this is only for educational purposes. This is not a financial advice. So if you don't like it, shut it off, move on, go watch some Netflix video or whatever, or some Succession, HBO. If you're serious, you want to learn, this is a place. Sit down and watch. So, as you guys probably know, we had this crazy runner all of a sudden in our, I think it was on a Friday. Yes, it was on Friday, which I don't like Fridays no more. Fridays are not really the day that I would like to sit down and keep trading. I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned that throughout the years. So for me on Fridays, when I say Fast Money Friday in the chat, that means that, hey, you gotta be so fast. You just have to nail bail, get your profit, or take a loss, whatever. Just be done by 10 a.m. Be done by 10:30 max. If you sit around, you might get something like AHI in the afternoon. That happens a lot in the Friday. Friday pumps is very, very normal at the end of the afternoon. But reality is you're dealing with less trader. The volume is way thinner than in the morning or a few other like Thursday or Wednesday. Obviously, it depends on the market cycle. It depends on the market condition. So you calculate that. And you kind of put things together. You realize that, okay, if I sit around until end of the day, what am I doing? Like, who am I trading with? Who is the other person on the other side? Is it algo? Is it big institution that they just want to, rip my money off and I'm just playing blind? So you don't want to be that kind of person. Here and there, you get something like AHI in the afternoon, which we got it last week. But generally speaking, you don't want to sit around on Friday and be that kind of guy that always miserable to overtrade. So overtrading is not the case, and I do not suggest you guys to do that. So yeah, your plan is always needs to be reasonable. You have to follow your playbook. I give you guys all this stuff in the beginner course. If you haven't started, just go do it now. So AHI, we got this one. It was a micro penny. We got this after hour pump on Thursday on our scanner shows. If you go back to our Thursday, you can see that the scanner detected that the volume surge on Thursday. So that was kind of like an initial of seeing some insider activity. They want this thing to go higher. And the next day, which is Friday, that happens. That happens relatively huge. Stock ran up from 90 cents, and my expectation was like, okay, it's gonna hit that one and then crush it. Short's gonna take over, which relatively happens to other ones, but that wasn't the case. $1 hit, squeeze happened, and then stock really ran up towards that $2 with only 2 times of halt. I thought it's going to be a very much halt festival sooner than this $3 range, but that wasn't the case. So HI ran up nicely into that push to that $2, and that was very huge. That was a good short squeeze relatively. And there wasn't any news, there wasn't any PR at all on this. I couldn't find anything, so it's more of a speculative trade, more of a short squeeze activity, and some of the volume surge that just randomly came in. I think the AHI was only 10 million float on 9 million market cap. Oh, my apology. 47 million market cap. Currently, it was 9 million market cap, and at this time, the float is 13 million. It's not 10 million anymore. So yeah, that changed, and because of the rotations that happened. The stock traded over pretty much, if you go back to the daily chart, you can see that stock had traded over 130 million. And for a stock that tiny, 130 million, it's a huge number. And plus you get that, a lot of people are not aware of, that the price range is very, when the stock is very cheap, you get those kind of things. But the problem was, during that time, AHI, we had another one as well, which was SIEN. So you could tell that the money flow changed. The money flow changed immediately right after we saw the surge on the AHI. So SIEN was one of those successful trade call, but I personally wanted this thing to ran up more, break out of it, because they had news, and it was a setup that I liked it more than micro penny AHI. But when the money flow change, shorts take over of these garbage, but AHI just rip off and took all the attention of traders, and that was it. That's the time you want to be on the winner. You want to focus on only winner. That's it. You don't want to jump around. You see that money flow change, you want to be in that game. You want to take over. You want to take advantage of that one. I traded this from 180. Traded from 180 range. It went back down here. It went to the 150. Actually, I scalped this because this was the lowest point. I wanted to take advantage. Stock really dipped down. This was a great dip play right here. See, I have my line here. Didn't really get exactly to that 141. I saw that 144 pop, 150, this candle right here. Successful candle that can really drive the volume. And I got in here, but I only scalped before the halt, because my goal was just like scalping this. And then it just continues, and then I got into that 180 breakout here, and then I personally got into the halt festival again, and we called this in our channel right before that, $1. I think it was $1 break. Yes, it was right. It was on the right, 106. That was the range, and this was another play, pullback, did play another play. So I personally took this one and I sold at 250, 270, 250, right before $3. So I didn't really want it to, I in my head, I don't like to deal with the halt festival. I relatively have a smaller share size on the second round, so for me it was like already 12% gain. I was a 12% gain on this one, and that's it. I was just done with that. But I don't like halt festival. I don't like this stock that just keep halting, and but because my average was too low, I didn't care that much, because I knew that even the stock gonna halt down, it's not gonna really go down that much. I would get out quickly. So that was it. If I was like higher, I have a higher average, it would be problematic if it's gonna hold down. But the stock has beautiful volume surge, just cover pop, buyers, that's it, and then hit that 350, exhausted, faded back down. So what I'm seeing is, if this continues, if this is gonna be a multi-day runner, which most likely will be, if this volume continues. So the shorts definitely gonna look at this one for a second day short, which would be Monday, and that would be very interesting to pay attention if it's gonna really break into the break out of this downtrend. Right now the stock is downtrending, so we want to see that get above that $3 again, continue with the volume. In the pre-market relatively would happen early 7 a.m. So you gotta kind of be early on this to see if it's really gonna have action. Maybe it doesn't, maybe waited for the market open, more traders showed up, but mostly there are bunch of bag holders right around here. So they will wake up early to see if they can adjust their position. So you want to watch this for the pre-market and see how this goes. And then they don't have any offering in place, but they only have 3 months cash left. That's already a red flag. So yeah, they don't have any offering at the moment. So, which is a good thing for a long, and at the same time, it's a bad thing because the company doesn't really care about their stock price. So they can really not really, not necessarily care about their stock. Obviously, every company cares about their stock price, but like they're more wanting to, if they wanted to, cash out, they would have at least some sort of ATM or at the money market offering or shelf offering. They have a convertible note, and that was it. That's it. Yeah, warrant since their IPO, there's nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much I can see on their fundamental side. But other than that, nothing else. That's AHI. That's pretty much it for our front pocket watch. But for our back pocket, we had FRZA. Stock came out with the news. This was more of a hype. Kind of thing, and let's just keep doing that. Multi-day push. And then we have Hoth. And Hoth was an old runner. I traded this many times, so this one also will be on the back pocket. They came out with a news announcement that HTLZ Therapeutical in development for Alzheimer's disease. FRZ also had a news. Forza X1 received order from One Water Marine, so that was their headline. And I have Farm, which I'll talk about all these back pockets in depth for our members. So I'm not gonna really talk about these a lot, but Farms had the headline. Farmer Brothers announce agreement to sell direct ship business to business and Northlake, Texas facility to Treehouse Food. So their consumer, they really hold this level of $3, $2.90 range. So I put it on the back pocket because of the range, obviously. MGOL, this was another hype play because of the Messi. We had this Messi going on. MGOL closed on Wednesday, up more than 80%. Continued trade higher Thursday on the heels of announcement that soccer legend Lionel Messi will join Major League Soccer, MLS. And for whoever out there love soccer as well as me, this was good news. Messi is coming to America, but I'm a Cristiano fan, so I know that's probably controversial, but but yeah, Messi's coming. So MGO is just running through that news and hype, so not really important. Just be careful with that. It's a hype news, selling the news, so they can stop trade. They can stop become a tradable stock anytime. And then MVIS, I have this one. MVIS, it came out with the news. Microvision is benefiting from a shorter squeeze. They had this shorter squeeze going on, and from pretty much just continuous. This range holds much. They had this upper trend, and continues that really 820 max out. It's exhausted right now. And then we have SIEN, which I already explained. But I have it on the back pocket where I think that they can kind of bounce at some point, get that bounce reversal a little bit if the volume shows up. That's it. That's pretty much it for our back pocket. We don't have any swing ideas yet. I don't like much of these pennies, but I think I'm working on one stock, just researching about that to see if there will be a good potential for a swing. So we'll see how it goes next week. So I'll let you guys know. That's it. I will keep this short. Nothing else to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. learn something from it, and make sure to subscribe to get these freebies out there, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to get depth details of all these, and see what's my watch list, what I'm looking at for the coming week, so you can kind of get that idea where I'm at, for all these stocks that I run. So yeah, that's it, team. Hope you guys enjoy it, and make sure to stay updated, study hard. Market is not just about one or two things. You got to learn every second of it. Take care. Talk to you guys on Monday.